We're live. Gonna share it. Gonna share it. Oh, man. VP picks. People. Oh, this doesn't sound good. Does this not sound good? I don't know. Live. Oh, yeah. I'm live. I will suck you off, too. That's what I titled this. Get shareable link. Give me. Give me. Give me it. What's up, Coda OG? Lai, Danny Boy, what's up, man? What's up, everybody? Welcome the fuck in. Is my audio okay? Obama, Matt. Is my audio good, guys? What's up, Angelique? Good to see you in here, Angelique and Nick again, and Pabra, or Pebra. Did somebody say blow and suck, James? I will do both to you. I will go, and I will go, okay, is it true Austin is gone? Yeah, so Austin has taken a sabbatical, perhaps permanent from the podcast. I don't know exactly the details of it. Sort of him and Leo worked it out. I think there might have been some inability to meet in the middle when it came to payment. And then Austin also wants to go do other stuff. I think he wants to start his own YouTube channel and do some shit like that. Everybody's still on great terms, though, so there's no resentment boiling over. I still plan on having Austin and Dino in main channel videos and having them on the pod. But our new podcast operator is going to be Jesse Tukis from the stand-up open mic video. The Asian with the stacked wife is going to be our new podcast operator, who you might have seen in that video already does that for a living at a big studio on Sunset Boulevard. So we're bringing him in, and that's all I know. I know I have a bunch of skin hanging off my face from doing jiu-jitsu in Lake Tahoe during my little vacation. I was getting grinded up by some guys who they were on steroids, and a lot of them had a mean cross face, and my chin got rubbed. It's put it on, it's true. Austin was fired because he spelled poorly in the Google search bar. That's it. That's it. That's it. All right. Is my audio sounding okay, guys? I hear the fucking AC coming in and out when I'm talking, and I don't know if that sounds bad. Hello. Is this okay? Anybody here? Can anybody tell me that the audio sucks or if it's good or not? Can anybody do that? What's up, fool? Missed you. Well, thank you. Audio was great. All right. Sounds sexy. Bradley, Danny, you were talking about staying in the Days Inn in Lost Hills. I was driving right by it on the way to Paso Robles. Bradley, oh yeah. Hell yeah, dude. You should have stopped in. You should have had a Danny Mullen pilgrimage and gone and stayed in room 16 up on the upper level. Holy fuck, that was the worst night of sleep of my life. Lost Hills, Paso Robles, a godforsaken part of this state. I just drove back from Tahoe on the backside of the Eastern Sierras, which is terrain I've never seen before. Once you eventually get down to Bishop, that's where we filmed the Inyo County video in 2021 with Rat Dick Ralph. Great fucking video. I'd never been north of that, and California is the gift that keeps on giving. There's just insane landscapes. Mono Lake looks Martian. Sort of like how the Salton Sea does, but it's also got these fucked up rock formations and huge mountains jutting out of the hill adjacent. So who knows? Maybe go check something out up there. There's some really fucked up little towns. Gyro, please don't touch me. Please don't. Good to see you in here, though, buddy. But I'm a little concerned that the first thing you want to do is molest me. But it also, given the relatively long absence, it makes sense. It makes sense. One Stop Shop. What's up, dude? What's up? Put it on. Good to see you in here, man. After seeing you in person. Hook'em Troy, Danny. What up, Danny from Houston? Yeah, baby. Houston, Texas. It's where Jace lives, the Patreon steward. God bless. Hello, everybody. Yes, what's up, Daddy? What about Saltine and his road trip? Asks One Stop Shop. He wants me to come meet up with them, but I just don't know if that's in the cards right now to go meet up with him and Ollie. The guy he's doing the road trip with, Saltine, is out of his mind. They went and picked up 2 bags of ice from 7-Eleven. They dumped one at the top of the Hollywood High 16 stair and then one down at the bottom. We're literally talking about like 12 ice cubes in both places. And then the dude throws on a snowboard, straps in, they put the snowboard and him on a skateboard and just shove him at the rail. And he pops off and board slides the rail and then just lands on the cubes of ice down at the bottom. They made the Hollywood High into a snowboarding obstacle, which was mad respect when I saw that. Then he inevitably, after doing it like 16 times, hung up on one and smacked his head. But those are the dangers of summertime urban snowboarding in Los Angeles. Can you eat me from the back? Asks Nick McDuffie. I would love to eat your asshole, Nick. I love Nick McDuffie. I mean, maybe I would eat Nick McDuffie's asshole. If I was gay, I definitely would. IPAC, what's up, dude? How you handling the market volatility? Zacadelic texted me about that yesterday. I know it's been wild, but it came right back up. The market, it was looking a little scary. Was there going to be war? Were the Japanese raising their interest rates too high? I don't know. Fez said on a live that he might not go back on the pod, too. Is that true? Donovan, all you need to do to get Fez anywhere is just DM him and tell them to be there pretending you're a fan. Or you can just send him a picture of a cheeseburger and give him an address. So if we want Fez back on the pod, we will have him back on the pod. He'll come back on the pod. He's just being dramatic, Fez. It was like a mutual departure between Austin and Leo. So I don't think there doesn't need to be any tribalism. Is Brooks's house the new permanent spot for the pod? La-E, as of right now, yes. We don't have any plans to move it to Jesse's studio, for instance. We're going to be there, for better or worse. I think it's a cool atmosphere. It's a little far. It's way up into Hollywood, which for me, with traffic, which is, we do the pod. I'm going to leave for the podcast in a little bit here. That's peak traffic time in Los Angeles. It becomes a trek, like virtually every quest becomes in Los Angeles. They become treks. They become fiascos very quickly. And I drive there right before it becomes prohibited to turn left. So while I'm driving to the podcast, there are dick faces of all stripes holding up traffic for like a mile because they really want to turn left on a busy street. instead of just waiting for a protected major intersection left turn and then doubling back like a courteous person. It's a jungle out here. It's a jungle out here. Good to see everybody here. Matt, you can hear me fapping? Oh, man. No, if you mic up my room later tonight. Just kidding, I already jerked off today. Probably will do it again later, though. Matt the Shack, bro, Austin makes good points when it comes to not having a budget for the pod. Why not set aside $2,000 every quarter for a budget for the pod that Austin can spend and make him show you it's not for pot? I don't really handle the podcast, Matt. That's pretty much Leo's baby. I don't deal with that too much, but I don't know. I mean, that's just not how it worked out, unfortunately. I guess we did just buy a bunch of new equipment, though, or at least Leo said we did. Maybe he bought a bunch of equipment from a secondhand store and then told me it was all new, which is very deceptive. And if I see like a fucking cassette tape, fucking little wrist strap camera that an old guy with skinny legs uses to film a gorilla at the zoo, I'm going to be pissed. And I'm going to demand some money back. But I heard it's good stuff. You guys know the gorilla at the zoo camera? Also, the guy from Scotland, in the Fez video in Death Valley had one of those cameras. R.I.P. Schlosser twins, IPAC. Well, they'll probably be back, dude. It's not that serious. Lax Boy, why'd you take his mic? This mic? This mic is my mic. And if there's a mic that was stolen, I'm unaware of that. It seems like that would be an issue if somebody stole a mic. I don't think they did, though. Leo Sugar Mama bought us the primary mics about 5 years ago. What's up, fool? Thank you, Gonzalo. Missed you. Missed everybody in here. Audio is great. I especially missed Angelique. Thank you, baby. Audio's good. P-Broad, Donovan, all checking in. Audio's great. Matt the Shack can only hear me fapping and not the AC. Hell yeah. Ski Pole Sam. Papa Boat knows. A great video. James, the Honker Dinger Dash bit from a few videos back is an absolute classic. The flip into the wave pool full of black people, I like how that's how you describe the wave pool, was also legendary. Yeah, that video has been doing viewership. People seem to love it. I think it's really great, too. Even the little sea line section at the end. The Honker Dinger Dash people had the weakest... Either the weakest attitudes or from their employer's perspective, they had to have had the best attitudes of any workforce that I've ever seen because they took no bullshit. They were deadly serious about their jobs, and they just wanted the ne'er-do-wells like us out of the water park. That was their only priority. The guy who came up and intervened when I was asking the one maybe somewhat slow guy about Honker Dinger Dash, he filed a privacy complaint. I had to blur his face. You guys probably got in early enough to see it. Lucky you. And then also, one of the younger lifeguard girls who was bossing around Ivan, she filed a privacy complaint, which I was happy to file a privacy complaint. I'm just amazed that the manager, or I'm happy to comply with the privacy complaint. The manager, I don't know how she didn't file one as well. That was a little bit strange. But the video's still up. You can still hear us inquiring about Honker Dinger Dash, which undeniably sounds very sexual. And I think we did a good thing. I think we were cracking down on the abuse of Ivan's privileges at work, and we were cracking down on sexual-sounding water slides. Papa Boat, how are you slopes this time of year? How are ya slopes this time of year? Papa Boat, Ski Pole Sam. I thought you were asking about Tahoe, and I was trying to let you down lightly by informing you that it's summer. Ski Pole Sam he might be in the Alps. He's probably training for the Winter Olympics. Have you listened to Vultures 2 yet, Danny? Nick, what's that? Did we talk about this? Danny, any chance of you guys getting Javon Kinlaw on the pod ever? I'm a Jets fan, and I would love it. I'm going to have Leo send that DM. We need him on. Javon Kinlaw. If he's out of the league eventually, I'm sure we could get him to do it. Because then he'll have no, corporation to answer to. Javon Kinlaw. the Danny Mullen regime's favorite football player by far. By far. He's in the Jets. He's got a 1-year contract with the Jetties. What was his first contract? Oh, my God. Fully guaranteed. So he's got he made at least $15 million, and it had an $8.8 million signing bonus. I'm not sure if that's included in the $15 million figure, but I think it's safe to say that Javon's probably got $10 million to his name if he was smart, which is, however things go, that's a nice little pillowcase full of loot that you got to deal with whatever life throws at you. That would be amazing. Brian, what's up, Brian? I want to get Javon on here. A Jets fan, huh? I can't wait for football season. My one mindless hobby that just I like it for no real reason is football. And I'm excited for the Jets. I'm excited to see. I don't know why I started talking like Trump. I'm excited for Aaron Rodgers to come back, though, and to fucking fling that thing. Fucking just Aaron Rodgers. One of my secret passions, one of the ways in which I live a life of quiet desperation is I want to be a great quarterback. I sometimes fantasize about throwing deep balls in the NFL, fearless of the oncoming pass rush, statuesque in the pocket, and just a little Aaron Rodgers-like flick of my wrist, sending the ball 50 yards right into the breadbasket of one of my receivers. Waller's a corner on his ass, and the corner falls over pathetically as my receiver trots into the end zone. That'd be cool. And Aaron Rodgers, like, if you had to pick a quarterback to be, he would kind of be the guy, because he just goes, and the ball goes fucking 50 yards. Just, that'd be cool. Or Josh Allen. Oh, man. Does Fez have a Snapchat? That's a mischievous question that Nick McDuffie asks. It's okay, Matt. I'm going to, I want to make Nick McDuffie a moderator. I got some stories about training Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in Tahoe that we'll talk about. Never forget that Austin drank your pee, says Matt the Shack. That makes you comrades for life. Don't abandon him. Matt the Shack, yeah, that's a good point, dude. He did drink my pee in the mountains. And I took a picture of his penis, and he put a picture of my penis out on the internet. Danny, you got to come to Canada soon, brother. Hopefully Trudeau will be gone. I wonder, will they let that tyrant leave, or will they keep him in power? You think Sandrine will ever forget the Black Hawk helicopter experience you gave her? Not likely anytime soon, Papa Boat. Not likely anytime soon. I get tagged in a story by Sandrine maybe every other day, and I feel like we all need to help her understand that I'm a James Buchanan-esque bachelor, and I'm not ready to give her my love fully, at least not at this stage in my life. Ollie G is sick. Yeah, dude, for sure, IPAC. There's going to be a pod coming this week. Yes, the Gen AE. We're going to record today. I got OG Ollie G merch. Dude's a legend. Hell yeah, IPAC. IPAC's fucking on the ground. Whatever happened to that dude you guys talked to that lit himself on fire? Can't even remember his name. Brian, that was Danny. What was his last name? He's buddies with Reckless Ben. He's a really nice guy, Danny, though. Really nice guy. Yeah, what the fuck was his last name? He's just the go-to YouTube stuntman, or one of them. He got bit by a bunch of bullet ants for David Dobrik, and then for his own glory, he lit himself on fire. Just to recount for you guys, because I'm pretty sure the video got scrubbed from YouTube because it was very dangerous and it set a horrible example for anybody who might watch that video. But he doused himself in gasoline in a wetsuit, ignited, and there were a bunch of people all around, and then he ran while on fire from the front lawn of a house, through the front door, through the living room, camera guy chasing him this whole time, into the backyard, and into a pool. Now, thankfully, no tricksters slammed a door shut as he was setting his course through the house, because he would have literally, maybe not burned to death, but it would have been really, really, he would have burned to death if they kept the door shut for a long period of time. But it took so long as it was that once he got in the water and got out, he realized that he'd incurred third-degree burns. And I guess there's few things as painful as severe burns. And he was in the hospital for, I don't know, a week? And then he was still experiencing extreme pain after that. All of that for the video to go viral and then get deleted by YouTube once it started really, really gaining traction, which just, I can't imagine how bad that would fucking suck. To put together a video that, well, I mean, I guess you could, I was going to say once in a lifetime, you could always light yourself on fire again. But when a video starts picking up momentum, that is such a great feeling for a YouTube content creator. That's like if you're a general manager on a football team and your football team's doing well that month. You're like, fuck yeah, it brings all the other videos up, you make more money, it's great. And for YouTube, just to scythe the head off of that video is tragic. And it's probably even more tragic when you need a skin graft. Fucking love buying dips, says IPAC. Yeah, me too, man. That's these market opportunities. Zachary, you bought the dip a little bit yesterday, Zacadelic. A little bit of Solana, a little bit of Bitcoin. But yeah, I mean, we're all in here, I'm presuming, young enough that if any of you guys are into investing or buying stocks, which you should be, it's always okay when the market goes down because somebody thinks there's going to be a war or the Japanese increase their interest rates. Just, well, fuck. Here's another opportunity to buy in a little cheaper. And you buy in a little cheaper and the same amount of money you put in yesterday versus 3 weeks before becomes worth a lot more money very soon when that market goes up. I used to just not care where I bought. I would just buy the market constantly wherever it was. But now I am very eager to lunge like the groping hand, one of our favorite chat members here in the live. I lunge like the groping hand at those market dips. And I suspect that IPAC is the same. IPAC, I was trying to buy some fucking Solana on Sunday, and Coinbase kept blocking my purchase. It fucking pissed me off. Solana was down at 120. Zacadelic, I'll let you know how Tahoe was. I'll give you the update on how everything was. Keep your money in California. Or is that Canada? That's probably bad advice either way. Matthew, what's up, Danny? Sorry for not being in the lives as much recently. I've been training my ass off Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and going to bed early, so I always miss them. Well, good. That's fucking awesome. Guys, I'm going to take a quick wee-wee, then be right back because I've been chugging water. I got a nice workout in today, and I'm trying to keep the body oiled up. And if you guys want, I got a couple things I might try out on stage soon that I just kind of dreamt up in the car yesterday coming down from Tahoe. Matthew, I was training jiu-jitsu up in Tahoe. And usually when I go train at other gyms, I kind of wreck shop because my gym is really good and we have really good instruction and really good training partners. So little provincial jiu-jitsu centers, they can't take the heat. And pretty soon, Danny Mullen is knee-cutting all their best students, and he might even be hitting a Bravo choke and making those motherfuckers go. Tahoe dudes were fucking good, though, because, first of all these guys were in incredible shape and just jacked. They looked like they worked for a tree service up there and were doing it the old-fashioned way, chopping shit down with axes. Just huge chest. One guy, when he was changing, had a really big dick, and it kind of ruined my week, to be honest, seeing a guy with just a giant cock who I was training with. Didn't like that at all. But the guys were good. And also, all their cardio was out of control because they were training at altitude. So that was great. Had a bunch of battles, training to the point where I think I can't physically breathe anymore because of the hard rounds, the lack of ventilation, and the altitude. And then the coach makes me go one more with a big fucking super tough guy. That happened a few times. But it was great. And I guess my only real complaint is that one of the guys had a giant cock. That was fucked up, man. And I don't like big cock guys. What's up, man? How's everything been? Zacadelic, it's been great. I was in Tahoe for a little bit of vacation. And I did a pretty good job just shutting out the world. I didn't go on Instagram. I didn't go on YouTube. I didn't check my email for the entire time. Just mostly reading. I'm going through right now Catch-22, one of my favorite comedic novels of all time. Love it. Super good education for what we do because it's so funny. And I like seeing words laid out humorously in print because that helps me have them at my command more readily when we're out shooting stuff in person. So I love Catch-22. And then I started this one, Enough Already, about the war on terrorism. And it's pretty, I mean, it makes you go like, holy fuck, dude, our ruling class in America are real cocksuckers. And it made me feel sympathy for Saddam Hussein because we as a government have fucked with Saddam Hussein, he's dead now, but when he was alive, he was a rat in a cage. In America, was a sadistic teenager holding a stick, poking said rat. It started out, and I might botch all of these details right now because I just read this a couple of days ago, but there was an Iran-Iraq war, and we funded Saddam Hussein. Like, all right, you're our fucking dude. Use chemical weapons. Do whatever you want to do, because we tried to overthrow the Iran regime, and they didn't like the dictator in place. So, like, you're our guy, Saddam. We'll fund your shit. And then after we funded his shit, he'd spent $40 billion in war, and that was all debts. Like, I mean, we gave him some weapons, but he still incurred a bunch of debt. Oil prices were very, very low at the time, and oil was the lifeblood of Iraq. So Saddam Hussein's like, we're out of money here. And also, Kuwait is breaking the OPEC cartel policy and releasing too much oil into the world, lowering the price of oil even more. We're going to go bankrupt, and they're like sitting on a couple of our oil reserves. Can we go back and take that from them? We want to go to war. And I want to say we were sort of like, do whatever you want. Just, we'll turn a blind eye. Go check it out. Go see what's going on in Kuwait. The second Saddam Hussein rolls into Kuwait, we're like, no, halt. You must stop there. And then we act like he's the second coming of Hitler and go in there and start the Persian Gulf War. And then I'm trying to think of what happened next. We still were like cool with Saddam Hussein being in power, but then we suddenly changed our minds, blockaded the entire country, and that killed like 300,000 people in Iraq, and just would not lift the blockade until Saddam Hussein was out of power. And then September 11th, 2001 happened, and we went in fucking guns blazing and got that guy out of power. So, we just fucked with Saddam a lot. Not saying he was a great guy. I'm sure he committed many a war crime, but it's interesting the disconnect between what was actually going on at the time and the rhetoric that the people in the country, our country, actually hear about what he's doing, when in reality we were like funding his chemical weapon use a couple decades before we said that he had weapons of mass destruction, and that's why we had to go in 2003. I can't say 2020, 2001 and 2003. I'm so used to the 20s. Also, the first World Trade Center bombing, the CIA had an opportunity to have an operative install an inert bomb into the World Trade Center, but they didn't do that. They did not let the guy install an inert bomb. And that agent who had infiltrated Al-Qaeda bailed, and then they put a real bomb in that didn't do much damage. But some shady shit going on. Some shady shit. I trust the government a lot less after reading this so far. Sounds like I need to read it again because my details are a little foggy already. Zacadelic, oh yeah, I'm answering your question. How's everything been? It's been great, dude. It was good. I got to hang out with my parents, hang out in nature. It's a nice resetting effect going on when you're out in nature. Like all of your petty problems in the real world disappear when you're in a wooded area with a nice lake and birds chirping. You just, especially when you're not checking your phone, you just kind of forget any problems or stress in your life. Hazen, Austin, and Lake Havasu will always be in my memory. That video needs to be up on Patreon if it's not. That's a great video. Money in cash. Lax Boy, maybe right now, but you better not. Drop Dead Jed said cash is king, which is not a good thing to believe, that cash is king. Buy Shiba. No, don't get Shiba Inu, Matt the Shack. Let me see what Shiba Inu's price is doing right now. We're getting strange investment advice from Matt the Shack. Shiba Inu. Shiba Inu graph. Let's see. It's worth 0.0000137 cents. Good for it. And its all-time graph. Let me see. All-time. No, this is not all-time. Let me refresh this. I want to pull this up. All-time. There we go. Okay. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to share the screen. I'm going to window capture some shit. Do I even remember how to do this? Maybe not. Am I being an idiot right now? Add source. Okay, here we go. So, here is Shiba Inu. Its graph. This is all time since it's been inceived. I think probably this is 2021 when crypto all went up. And then since then, got a little life back down to where it was in the worst, coldest days of the bear market. Bitcoin, for instance, in my humble opinion, a much better asset. Well, you can see it's up above where it was generally in 2021. And it's certainly blown away where it was in the doldrums of the bear market. So I'd say be careful. I'd say probably don't invest in Shiba Inu. I don't even know what it does. It's just a fucking dog coin. Let me see. Let me get this out of here. I wonder, I see a lot of Asians with Shiba Inus, the dog, and I wonder which came first, the coin or the canine. Like, did an Asian guy have a Shiba Inu, and then he created Shiba Inu coin? Or did a bunch of Asians who love crypto start buying Shiba Inus after the coin got invented? I don't know. I guess it's just the dog was a meme a lot, right? 'Cause it's got a funny face. It goes... It's a very funny-looking dog. It's been my analysis of cryptocurrency. I'm going to start a separate crypto Patreon for $50 a month that you guys can sign up for and get this great fucking content. First time in your life. Me and my girl love your videos. Ivan, thank you so much. Ivan Garcia. Is it rude, Ivan, to ask you to fuck her and then like type into the chat what you're doing to her sexually while this happens? Let me know. Let me know if that's weird, or just preferably go for it. Just fucking go for it, provided she's awake and can consent. Podcast this week, Barry. Yes, sir. I've been to the Trans Nest. What an accomplishment. Zacadelic has been in the mix at the Trans Nest with Ariel Pink walking a trans girl off the couch. Nick McDuffie, already the gears are turning. Does Fez have a Snapchat? He wants to get Fez to send a dick picture. That's what Nick McDuffie wants. And you know what, Nick McDuffie? I'm on board. Hello, Daniel James Brian Mullen. Hey, Riggs. That's cool. That was cool saying what's up in Folsom. Hell yeah, man. Forgot to tell you, if you ever want to do a show in Berkeley, my dad has a bar there and wants to host comedy. Okay, man. Yeah, it was likewise super sick meeting you too, dude. That was, we had a little last-minute show, much more well-behaved than the one we had in Orangevale the year before. Much less raucous, but it's still a lot of fun. Good show. Good venue for, like, just a little outdoor venue we threw together. It was cool, dude. I feel like everybody had fun. You become gay if you live in Los Angeles. That's true. You want to start sucking dick. Traffic in LA is really no exaggeration. It's insanity. Yeah, I know, man. It's... Where you live, Zacadelic, there are problems too, but traffic is not one of them. What is the most times you've jerked off in one day? Nick, I had a bet with my good buddy Tim in 2016 when I lived with him in San Francisco. I was trying to go for 11. I wanted to get 11, but I never tried, I don't think. Realistically, the most times I've jerked off to completion in one day, I want to say 7, maybe 8, but probably 7. There were some times after I graduated college, the summer after I graduated college and I lived at home with my parents, I can't remember if my mom worked or not at the time. I don't think she did. I don't think she was retired yet, because I remember watching porn, it seems like all day, and just every time I jerked off to porn, like every session, I would come twice. I would always jerk off, come, let my ability to come back, refractory period, and then I would come again. And I would do that twice during the afternoon and then once at night during my shower. I would just set up some fucking porn on the windowsill on my phone and just jerk off on the sink while the shower ran to mask the noises. So right there, you got 6 on an average day. And I want to say I probably stretched that and hit 8 once. And yeah, I'm doing well. My sexual functioning, I'm doing a good job of not watching porn anymore. I renounced porn about a year ago, and I kind of figured, like, this is not going to stick. The first time that you feel lonely or stressed out, you're going to pull up YouJizz, and you're going to watch a dick disappear into an asshole. And I have done that this year, but only once. I watched one hardcore porn video this year, and it was a dude fucking a chick in the ass. Guilty. But other than that, I just jerk off to like a picture or something. A picture of a child holding a balloon. Sorry. A picture of a young Asian boy holding a balloon in a rain jacket and galoshes is my preferred pornographic image. I'm getting super close to blue belt now, says Matthew. I just wanted to thank you, Danny. You told me in a live last year that joining jiu-jitsu would change my life, and you were absolutely right. Well, it sounds like things are going well. Matthew's been dialed in, going to bed early, working out. Yeah, your health and fitness, if you do jiu-jitsu, I listened to a podcast on sleep recently, and the metaphor he used for how sleep affects the rest of your health is it's like the master fader on a stereo that turns up all the other little volume controls and just brings everything up. Sleep brings all of your health up, your happiness, your skin, your mental acuity, the clarity of your eyes, your energy. It just brings everything up. Jiu-jitsu kind of does that with your health as well, because when you're training jiu-jitsu, you want to show up and be in shape and do well and not lose and not get cross-faced by a guy with a huge dick. And that makes you want to eat clean and not go out as late drinking. And it makes you, when you have a day off of jiu-jitsu, want to go run up a hill and do some push-ups. So in that way, jiu-jitsu motivates you to changing the rest of your health habits in a way that maybe lifting weights doesn't. Because lifting weights, you're not really supervised. There's no opponent to measure yourself against. You don't really, I mean, I guess you do want to improve. Lifting weights is great too. Nothing against that. But jiu-jitsu, for my money, is the best at motivating you to get the rest of your health on track. Hook'em Troy, any plans to come to Texas in the future? What's up, Dark Lord? Nice avatar. No plans for Texas right now, Hook'em Troy, that I can remember. We do, however, I really want to throw a show, and I think I told you guys this on live. I want to throw a show at that bar in Wichita, Kansas, where I told the Aristocrats joke. I want to do that this fall. Or if not there, somewhere in Wichita would be dope. Laxboy, you took away his mic on the podcast. Laxboy, I did not take away his mic on the podcast. Let's not say that it was a Danny Mullen decree that Austin does not have a mic on the podcast. That definitely did not happen. Once we moved to the new studio, one of the mics I think had to be used for people who were guests on the podcast, and that's where the mic went. I would prefer he had a mic because whenever he would talk, we couldn't hear him. So I definitely didn't march over and go, "Hey, Austin, no more of that for you." I did not do that. I have very little to do with the podcast. I show up on the podcast and I talk. That's all I basically do on the podcast. You should do another Huntington Beach video. Maybe. I love the Huntington Beach video we did this year. The Black History video, I think that and the open mic comedy video were the two most underrated videos we did on the podcast. Can't wait to see Fez at the trans convention. I'm sure that'll be gold. Put it on. It's pretty good. They were insufferable, dude. We talked to one of the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence, one of the trans nuns, and just out of control, radical gender theorists, like the shit they were saying. I was feeling up Fez's fake titties, and one of the nuns was like, "You don't have consent to touch any parts of his body," and I reached into Fez's top and pulled out a bunched up wife beater that he was using to stuff his bra. But they consider that as like drag queens, they consider any augmentation, even if it's just like a tube sock in your bra for titties, they consider that your body now, which is just another level of insanity. Zacadelic, oh yeah. I'm glad you like the water park bit, dude. Yeah, that video, one of those videos where you just go out vlogging and it ends up kind of being a classic. Another one like that I remember is when we went to the Mexican illegal street vendors, when we did that bit, and then we went to Catalina Island right after. That ended up being like a classic vlog video that it was just like, hey, we're gonna go film today. That's all that's going on, and it ended up being a classic. Ludovina, what's up, Ludovina? The break was great. The break was relaxing. Had fun, kicked it. Fucking kicked it. Anything I did that was interesting? I started watching the show Sex and the City. It was interesting. It was nice to get a take on dating from women. What I learned from that show was that you basically need to be rich. That was just like every guy that those chicks date in that show is like has their shit together, which is comforting for guys because that means that all of us have the ability to get our shit together and date hot chicks because that one's in our control. That's not like height or looks or something like that. Connor Towers, I don't know what happened to my Morrissey shirt. It disappeared into the tornado of time that just, there's like that clothing tornado that just as you move through the years, just vacuums. Here a sock. Your favorite pair of underwear is gone. That shirt that you've had since college that you really, really love, one day you realize you have no idea where the fuck that thing is. Most of my favorite articles of clothing have gone that way, including the Morrissey shirt. One that I still have my Lou Reed t-shirt that I've had for 11 years that I used to love in college and that I think I posed for in like a bunch of the early channel publicity photos, but not even just the ones I put on the fucking website and shit. I still have that shirt hanging. And I recently found a shirt that I had my junior year of high school that I posed for my ID photo in. And I still rock that. Well, not really. I use it to sleep in sometimes. It's pretty tight, though. I've gotten fat. It's pretty tight, that shirt from my junior year of high school. That, like, Billabong or Lifted Research Group shirt that I bought at a surf and skate shop. Papa Boat, Honker Dinger Dash sounds like Gillian's favorite game to play with African-American men. Oh, Jillian, while she was with me. Honker Dinger Dash. Oh, shit. I was watching Jill, yeah. I was watching Papa Boat. I was watching the Olympics, the Olympic sprinters. Very interesting. A couple of the longer range events, white people have a chance at winning. But once we compress the event down into 100 meters, only black people are going to be anywhere near the podium on that one. It is exclusively black people once we get into sprinting. And they all are wearing leotards through which you can see their dicks. And I'm sitting there watching the sprinting with my parents. And like the camera is basically zoomed in on just a row of black dicks. And I'm next to my mom. And it was uncomfortable. And I understand why Jill wanted to fuck Dante Culpepper after seeing those junks. Couldn't you picture Fez dressing up in drag and jerking it aggressively when he's alone? Nick McDuffie, absolutely. I think if only we could get an SD card filled with security camera footage of Fez jerking off alone. And I'm sure things that we wouldn't even be able to comprehend. Like if God came down and said, Nicholas, I will show you now the secrets of the universe. And he showed you like how the universe started, what's going on out in the deepest reaches of space, the nature of time, like what's behind our ability to perceive things using our human vision. If you learned all those things, I'm sure you would just go insane instantly because I bet we're just not even anywhere close and the reality is terrifying. That's how it would be if we saw Fez jerking off. Like he's probably his neighbor. Some Mexican people have parrots. He probably goes and he borrows his neighbor's parrot and he cradles it and he's like, oh, Polly, you so pretty. Oh, I come. He probably puts Matchbox cars up his ass and then shoots him down the track and then tries to come before they go around the bend and return to him. And if he's too late, he puts the car up his ass again and tries once more. Probably just insane shit. Did you see the Aiden Ross stream with Trump? It was funny as hell. I did not, Nick. I did not see that. It's cool, though, that a lot of mainstream... I mean, I guess Aiden Ross hangs out with Andrew Tate, so it's not that surprising that he'd be hanging out with Trump. But it is cool that a lot of people kind of more who were not political to begin with are now comfortable collaborating with Trump. I like to see that because I'm really afraid of a Kamala Harris presidency. I do not like that at all. I don't know if you guys saw that the white dudes for Kamala Harris chat that was going on that was used as a fundraiser. All of the DEI intersectional hierarchy stuff is starting to come back, where it's like if you are a woman or a gay person or a person of color, quote unquote, you're like inherently more virtuous than anybody who's not those things, and that we can't criticize you, and that you just have some inherent worth based on who you want to suck off or what color your skin is. And that's fine. You can like coast to office off that. I think that shit is really dangerous. And you already see it with Kamala Harris. One of these commentators I saw was talking about how we need to be conscious of criticizing Kamala Harris as white people because we don't understand her background and we're doing harm. And that just made me realize like that we can't exist in a world where you can't criticize anybody who's quote unquote worse off than you, because then people who are legitimately idiots doing important jobs are going to be able to do those jobs with impunity and maybe get people killed. And that all seems like it's coming back all of a sudden. It seemed like all the woke shit was dead. But since Kamala, her candidacy was announced, it feels like it's coming back. And I just have zero fucking patience for it. And I hope Trump keeps streaming with a bunch of influential people. And I hope he wins a lot. Third generation Cowboys fan. What the fuck yeah, Papa? Cole says, yo, dude, I have 34 songs completely memorized. I bought a nice PA system. I ordered business cards, and I've been hitting tons of open mics. Trying to get a solo music gig, side hustling. Fuck yeah, dude. Nashville's good for that. I see a lot of guys at the Nashville airport who are just like ripping cover songs. What, you got any songs I would know, Cole? I'm going to be an official streaker tackler for the Broncos every home game this season. Trig, that's amazing. Holy shit. What if we arranged it where I streaked the game and you tackled me, and then you got a promotion and I got good content? Trig, you got to tell me more about that. Please tell me about the protocol. Like, I want to know how hard you're allowed to go, or if lawsuits have made it so you got to go a little easier now. I need to hear how your training went down. 1 second, guys. I got to take a fucking wee-wee. Working on my gallon for the day. I drank a few more bottles of water before this, so I got to get this down. And I'll be over a gallon. And that's what's responsible for my constant piss breaks. I read Tom Brady drinks like 2 gallons of water a day, and that was it. I just started drinking 2 gallons of water. Because I'm basically Tom Brady. Zacadelic, would you rather never get another handy or never get another blowy? Seems obvious, but I just want to know where you're at politically. So, Zacadelic, I will argue that I think a lot of times a good hand job can feel better than a blow job. If a chick teases you and uses a vino, I do have a specific preference when it comes to lotion brands. And then she rubs your balls and she's jerking it at the same time. A hand job can be fucking amazing, but a blowjob feels symbolically hotter. Like, a great movie is Casino. And one of the things I noticed in Casino is that they use the blowjob as a tool of power a lot. Like, various guys, once they reach the top in their mob, like, fucking, what's the short guy's name? What's the fucking little short guy's name? My memory's been bad. I've been dropping names lately. Casino cast. We wanted Nico. I know you guys are probably all saying his name. Joe Pesci. There we go. We wanted Nico to be Joe Pesci's son in a video once and just basically be doing the Joe Pesci character from every movie. Yeah, do I make you laugh? Am I fucking funny? Just Nico do that in a blackout. But Joe Pesci, once he starts getting rich through shady means, he just takes chicks out to the car, just shoves their head down onto his fucking crotch. And that's kind of used as a motif throughout the movie. The guys do that to chicks. And while I would not recommend that to any of you young single men, I would say that it does get at a psychology where, like, getting blown is hot because it represents submission, kind of. And I don't think that's a completely sexist statement I'm making. I think there are women who probably like blowing guys, and they feel like they have power over him because they're giving him this gift, and he feels like he is the man because he's getting fucking serviced. There's something magical about the act of oral sex, Zacadelic, that I would not want to forego. The Curse of Saltine. What do you think about the Satanic Olympics? Gonzalo, I mean, yeah, the drag show at the start, fucking ridiculous. I mostly didn't watch the Olympics. My mom is really into it, and she made me watch a couple of events. And mostly all I got in exchange was black dick in my face, which, hey, maybe I kind of liked it. Let's prank Fez by deporting him. Sorry, I spit on my monitor. I think he's a citizen. I don't think we can do that. Danny Burke. Danny Burke lit himself on fire. Fez is a mook. Danny Burke, yes. Deporting the fattest alien in the country, says Papa Boat. Oh, shit. Fez is the type of guy to try to suck himself off while he's taking a shit. Try is the key word there. We would all watch The Bum Hunter together. We should all watch The Bum Hunter. Yeah, we can. That's a good idea, Zacadelic. You see, I got to dip in about 30 minutes, but I think we're doing pretty okay for the chat. I think we're doing okay. Let's go to Bum Hunter, dude. Oh, this is Safari. Yeah, the Bum Hunter, if this is real, which I think it is, I mean, it's terrible, but it's also really well executed. Remember Steve Irwin? It's basically all you need to know. Here we go. Hey. Where the fuck's Bum Hunter? Sorry, guys. The fuck? Sorry, I've got fucking a bunch of phantom windows open. Where is Google Chrome Bum Hunter? 1 second, guys. Sorry, let me close this one. Okay. Window capture. There we go. Bum Hunter. All right, here we go. Squash this down a little bit so that my fucking mug can be on camera. Here we go. You gotta appreciate the attention to detail. The crawling in makes it a lot funnier. The ability to hit all the catchphrases while wrestling a recalcitrant bum, really impressive. The courage, too. The courage to go skin on skin with a homeless guy like that. When he might have a needle in his pocket, he might have open sores. To just fucking, I mean, when I go train jiu-jitsu, I take like post-rape showers after because I'm afraid of getting a ringworm. the kind of bathing that this fake Steve Irwin did after this must have been something to behold.
Calm down there, man. Calm down. Calm down. I'm not gonna hurt you. Just relax.
I also like the hooded guys in black sweatshirts that were there to like help him restrain the bums. They knew he had to do the comedy, that he couldn't be single-handedly wrestling them into the ground.
Just relax. Just hold on. All right. Just want to do a little couple routine checks on you. Just hold still there. Relax. Not gonna hurt you, man. Not gonna hurt you. Just relax. Just want to get your measurements here. All right. We got the shoulder blades. 16 inches. 16 inches. Get that one down. All right. What are you guys doing? Oh, relax there, man. Relax there. Not gonna hurt you. Like I said, not gonna hurt you. Check out this one. Woo! This is a build. This one is off the Richter. You can tell it's a young buck here. Look by the way he's fighting.
This one is off the Richter!
Still going crazy. Whoa there, mate. Whoa there. Whoa there. Relax there, man. Not gonna hurt you. All right. Let's check out. You can see that this one is a very young buck, like I said. You don't find many of these in the wild over in these parts. He's got a lot of extra strength. Maybe he's on drugs of some sort, possibly cocaine or PCP. You can tell by his G jacket.
Dude, this is so illegal. Like, this is absolutely kidnapping.
Something of that sort. He's a wild one. When I get off him, we're gonna have to get out of here, guys, because I think he might be a little bit feisty. All right, but first, before we do anything else, we're gonna mark him to make sure that we know that he's the one that we come by next time. This is number 142. All right, we got a little mark up in there. That way, folks, we can track where he's going and prevent maybe anything that might harm him or come in harm's way between him. So I'm gonna get off it. Back up the cameras, mate. Back up the cameras.
That is, it's crazy. Steve Irwin is what they call him. I missed that. It's insane that, oh yeah, it's the title. I'm a fucking asshole. It's insane that they found a guy who was funny, first of all, was willing to do this, and then he also looks like Steve Irwin. Hitting all three of those points is the most impressive part. Really, really impressive stuff by the Bum Hunter squad. I still see, they were called In Decline. That was their mother company, sort of like Nelk does Full Send. And I still see In Decline stickers on various signposts kind of on the way to Las Vegas. Sorry, guys. Trying to find my spot here back in the chat. Nick McDuffie, you ever thought about getting into real estate? Nick, it seems like a lot of work, and I don't have a lot of time. It's a very hands-on thing you have to invest in. I don't even love the idea of buying a house or an apartment. Well, A, because I live in LA, where that's like, you got to go into fucking debt to get anything good. Interest rates are super high, property taxes. I've had terrible luck wherever I lived with just like barking dogs and asshole neighbors, which makes me want to be mobile unless the time comes where I can afford an estate where I'm not going to hear a fucking peep out of the neighbors. But for those reasons, I'm not really too into real estate. Bitcoin under 50K was incredible. Yeah, you can set those fucking limit orders. That's pretty sweet. I bought a little on the 4th of July dip. I bought some MicroStrategy yesterday, though, IPAC. I finally dipping my toe in the pool of MicroStrategy. Jumping in a chlorine pool while on fire is fucked. Yeah, holy shit, IPAC. As you watched that video of Danny Burke running to the pool while on fire, you realized when he was still a good 20 feet from the pool, like that's probably already burning his skin, and he's still not in the water yet. Tesla at 180-ish. Fuck yeah. I bought some yesterday. I think I bought it in the 90s, though. I didn't get it right when it fucking dipped in the morning. I'm going to look up that Danny Burke fucking burning video and see if that's still anywhere. We've talked about this so much. I feel like we got to... Danny Burke. Where's the original? Where's the original? Here's him doing a backflip off a bridge. Is he on fire while he backflips the bridge, though?
I'm back, baby. Let's send it. For the boys.
It's like he's basically Rat Dick Ralph. Like his lingo is basically Rat Dick Ralph. Let's fucking send it for the boys.
Yeah, I've been focused on healing up because I had that major fire stunt. Finally back. Like, this is what my feet look like now. Boys are freaking pumped. We're psychy right now.
Is that San Diego? I love that. I think that's Pacific Beach in San Diego. It's dope.
Myself August 31st with the fire stunt. Haven't been able to surf. Finally back, baby. Woo. The water's cold.
Oh, okay.
Boys are sad. Let's catch.
I don't know why I thought he was gonna fucking light himself on fire in that video. He's just going surfing. Solana also up $40 from yesterday. Oh yes. Oh yes. Coda OG, is XRP worth buying right now? I'm sure IPAC would tell you fuck no. There's no reason really to buy sketchy little coins like XRP. And if you look at XRP's graph, I'm sure it's been super flat too. The coin should have pumped a little bit recently because we're in a crypto bull market. Solana it has so many returns yet to give, as does Bitcoin. Like, why fuck around with something like XRP that just might and probably will go to zero? Danny says, Nick Matos, what's up, dude? I was going to a church near me just as a normal Patreon on Sundays. Okay. And I did some research and realized that the pastor is from East India. I don't know how I feel about that. LOL. Thoughts? I like how you were going to church not as like a citizen, but as a patron, a normal patron at that. East India. Wasn't there, I remember in the autobiography of Malcolm X, there was like East Indian Archie. From the Malay archipelago, Sri Lanka or India. Yeah, I don't know, Nick. I think it's fine. I think it's fine that he's East Indian. And if you realized he's East Indian after a while, you did some research. There you go. So if you had to research it, it's definitely probably not a big deal. If he's up there like, Jesus Christ, he ascended on from the dead, like, I can't really do it. Leo's got a better Indian than me. Leo sounds like he has cotton balls in his cheeks. I'm getting more comfortable with accents. In improv, I was starting to bring out English and Russian a lot. But Indian, first of all, they would get mad at you probably if you did an Indian accent in an LA improv class. But I'm not as good as Leo. Leo has it more down where it sounds like they have marbles in their mouth. Yeah, I mean, if he's talking about East Indian shit, like if he's talking about tigers and fucking Gandhi, then maybe get out of it. But then again, Gandhi loved Jesus too. Gandhi was a supporter of Jesus, so that's not necessarily a bad thing. Can't believe $16,000 Bitcoin was not too long ago. That's wild. Zacadelic. It's crazy, right? That for us who are into investing, there are so many times where you see these assets dip that low, but there's a reason they're that low, and it's because everybody's fucking terrified that they're going to blow up and disappear. And that's what keeps you from going in heavy. But then after they shoot up into the 60s, you're like, why the fuck didn't I sell all my stocks and buy like 5 Bitcoin at 16K? I'm pissed I didn't get in on Bitcoin with y'all fuckers. Well, Cole, the good news is you can still do it. I mean, it's in the 50,000s right now, which is like almost 15. It's in the 50,000s, which is almost 15,000 below all-time highs, or probably like 15K below all-time highs. And people think it's going to go to like $1 million, dude. So fucking just hop in right now. Where is my spot? Where is my spot? Gonzalo was saying that when when Danny Burke called into the podcast and we were watching the fire video, I kept saying I wish one of his buddies shut the door. That sounds like 2020, whatever, Danny Mullen. I like that. Get in now. That's right, Nick. Danny, video idea. You vlog a day in the life of Fez. We really want to meet his roommate. He lives with a Mexican construction worker who's like 57, and they live in the same bedroom. Fez is Mook, Che is better. Che is pretty fucking classic, dude, but Che is... It's like hard to physically get Che anywhere because his leg is rotting and he weighs 500 pounds. And I think also he sees me as part of the whole Rat Dick Ralph thing and doesn't want to be associated with me. I talked wet to Danny Burke's mom. That sounds like 2020 Danny Mullen too. Nick says, I got banned on my Instagram that you were following, Danny. I told my buddy who isn't gay, get on, F word, and the AI banned me permanently, even though his live was empty other than me and him. Holy shit. Try to get your account back. I feel like most people can just get their account back if they just keep applying for it, Nick. But let me know if you have a new Instagram, though. That works too. Baller Hauler has been driving around late night with Fez. Are they an item now? Oh, man. That is a very cute couple if they are an item now. And love is love, and I really wish them the best. That's funny. I didn't know that, though, Tony. Put Big Che on the payroll. We need him back. I agree. I mean, when him and Rat Dick were coming in together, that was radio fucking gold, dude. Yeah, Zacadelic, that is a symptom of white privilege when we're talking about the resetting effects of entering into nature. Still need I ruined a church service on Patreon. Okay, fucking... Let me get one of my hard drives and bring it out here before I go to the podcast today so I remember. Cole said he played Creep at a bar last night and a whole family of black people walked out. Well, they might have also just finished their wings and they might have planned on walking out regardless of what song you played. So don't take it personally. But yeah, black people probably don't like Creep by Radiohead, and they probably don't like Radiohead much at all. Radiohead is the whitest musical collective. Maybe them and Arcade Fire. If you started playing Lies by Arcade Fire, black people would fucking walk out too. Austin's been talking crazy on the lives. SMH. Oh, well, it's fucking, crazy gets people going, dude. Shiba Inu is a Japanese dog. Okay, that I knew it was associated with Asian people somehow. That's something that also popped into my head where you like people talk about, like, I was reading an article about Japantown today in the newspaper, and it was talking about like preserving cultures of color and stuff. Do you get to play, if you're Japanese, like the people of color card after World War II? Because they are like arguably the most evil fucking empire ever. And I feel like their people of color card needs to get revoked. Like, I don't think they could play the underrepresented minority when they were just gunning people down in droves all over the Pacific and cutting off American sailors' nutsacks after they fucking captured them. I don't think you can still play the person of color card. Damn, dude. Cole beat Austin on a fucking live stream. Cole, next live, you and I got to rap. There's the groping hand. I mentioned you earlier, buddy. Fuck yes. I wonder what Fan Jerry did today. Ask Zacadelic. Hopefully not coke. He probably worked hard, drank a bunch of energy drinks, maybe he jerked off, played with his dog, and that's about it, dude. He fucking... Hell yeah. Hell yeah, Tony. Glad you had fun here, man. Fucking Tony had a good time in the live today. Have you ever heard of the song Crooked Boy by Ringo Starr? Asks Cole. I was mind blown when I heard it recently. Didn't realize he had such a good solo song. I'll play it. Crooked Boy. Crooked Boy by Ringo Starr. Let's see if you guys can hear this when I play it. I'm playing. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Is that Nick Valenci from The Strokes in the fucking music video? What the fuck? They got the guitarist from The Strokes in on it. I don't know if you guys can hear this. So random that just Nick from The Strokes, the guitarist, is his fucking dude in the music video. It's cool. It's very Ringo, this song. Yeah, it's very, very Ringo, Cole. Brand new song, only 77,000 views, but yeah, jam. Nice lyrics, very nostalgic feeling, very uplifting, like every Ringo song is. Little Help from My Friends, Octopus's Garden. That's just always the Ringo vibe. Just nice and lighthearted and fun. Yeah, that was a good song, man. I'll probably listen to that again soon. A fan BJJ tournament, Matt wants. Damn, dude. I promise we'll have a show out there. I'm not sure about the fan BJJ tournament. That could be ugly. Tinseltown Tranny on repeat, dude. Fuck yeah, Zacadelic. Put It On Productions. Put It On Productions has a hot-ass girlfriend, too. Leo and I were talking about this. A bunch of fans showed up with, like, smoking hot girlfriends, and we like to think that our content is making guys more confident, and they're, like, going out there and they're being their best fucking selves. Leo and I have that theory, because, like, Put It On Productions, definitely no exception. Dude's got a fucking smoke show. Yeah, and he was wearing an Aga Ramos Pinocha shirt, which is fucking great, too. Bum Hunter, fuck yeah. Jeff, the episode where RDR is a meltdown with his two girls that was like the pinnacle of this last cycle of Rat Dick Ralph, for sure. That was like the peak. I think the views represent that, too. New producer, Jeff, is Jesse from the open mic stand-up video. And he's having sex with a stacked Parisian girl, actually. So he's not gay. Guys, I'm going to go to the podcast right now to do that show. I miss Nico, too, Ludvina. I do. He's a good guy. I think he wants to come back and, like, be in videos and shit. And he wants to do a stand-up set with us. So Neeks might start popping up in videos again. But, guys, thank you for being here. Let me see. We filmed a new vlog for you guys up in SAC, a new exclusive Patreon vlog. So that should be up this week for you guys. Let me see. I'm just checking to see if it is already or like what's up or not up. Live today. Okay, we got the... Got it. We got the extras up. Yeah, we still need to get that vlog up, so that'll be up soon for you guys. All right, guys. Love to everybody here. Hope you guys are having a good day. Hope this helped in any way to entertain you. And videos are going to be back next Monday. The edit's already underway. Love you guys. Go out there and love your lives today. If you're watching with your girlfriends, have sex with them. And if you guys are single, jerk off to an anal scene for me today. I give you permission.